Good morning, everyone, and welcome to 2025 Fall Convocation for New Students. So welcome to RIT, your new home away from home for the next few years. I'm sure you noticed the group cheering you on as you entered Gordon Field House. We call this the Tiger Walk. I know it wasn't very funky, but I saw many faces here. It seemed like, what's going on? And I'm cool for this. But if you're wondering who all these enthusiastic people are, they are your faculty, staff, and mentors, many of whom graduated from RIT. There was the RIT pep band and some of our teams. I saw the hockey team, maybe even the women's soccer team. And you don't have to worry, we don't do this every day. But the Tiger Walk tradition started many years ago, and I'm proud to see that it's one that we carry on even today. Before we begin the program, I want to give a shout out to our new student orientation team for coordinating this event, and to all the participants of the Tiger Walk. Thank you for your high-spirited, awesome welcome. Right, I'm Prabhu David. I serve as Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, and it's my pleasure to lead today's event and introduce you to many wonderful folks at RIT who work diligently to ensure your success. So let's begin today's ceremony by acknowledging the land on which we gather. I direct your attention to the large screen.
We begin this ceremony by acknowledging that the land on which we gather is the traditional territory of the Unandawaka, or the people of the Great Hill. In English, they are known as Seneca people, the keepers of the Western Door. Together with the Mohawk, Oneida, Onondaga, Cayuga, and Tuscarora, the Seneca make up the sovereign Haudenosaunee Confederacy. We honor and respect the enduring relationship that exists between these peoples and nations and this land. Yahweh.
The national anthem of the RIT alma mater will be performed by student group 8-Beat Measure, and Maskers Drama Club will be performing along with them. Please stand now if you're able for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, land of the free, and the home of the brave.
You may be seated. And thank you to the members of the Rock City Guardian Pipes and Drums for leading today's procession and recession. Thank you. RIT is the proud home of the National Technical Institute for the Deaf, one of only 2 institutions of higher education in the US funded by the federal government for the education of deaf and hard of hearing students. NTID, as it is known on campus, is one of our 9 colleges. We have an excellent team of interpreters and real-time captioners from NTID who make events like this accessible to our deaf community. Let's thank them for their dedication. Now I'd like to recognize some important groups and individuals who make RIT such a special place. Let's recognize RIT's Board of Trustees, who provide vision and experience, and representing the trustees today is Mr. Orlando Ortiz. Please join me in thanking Mr. Orlando. Next are RIT's deans and other leaders of degree-granting units. They are an extraordinary group of educators, and while you may not see them every day, rest assured, they are working to ensure the quality of your academic experience. So I will call the names of the deans and they'll stand, and while they are standing, I want the students from that particular college to applaud, okay? So you have to make as much noise as possible, and we're going to start with some of our smaller colleges. These colleges may have only a few students, but I'd like for you to clap and welcome students from small colleges as we would some of the larger colleges. So we're going to build up, okay? We're going to start with a very small college. Carl Lutzer is here. He's the director of the RIT Honors Program, School of Individualized Studies. Give it up. Dr. Tai Wong, Dean of the College of Health Sciences and Technology. Dr. Kelly Norris Morton, Dean, College of Liberal Arts. Gary Beam, Interim Dean, National Technical Institute for the Deaf. You want to try a silent applause? NTID, this is the applause for the sign. So let's try this again without claps. That's terrific. All right, we're going to the bigger colleges, okay? So we gotta make some noise here. Dr. Andre Hudson, Dean, College of Science. Dr. Todd Jokel, Dean, College of Art and Design. Dr. Mike Eastman, Senior Associate Dean, College of Engineering Technology. Dr. Jackie Motzrill, Dean, Saunders College of Business. All right, let's see what you do with these two. Dr. Doreen Edwards, Dean, Kate Gleason College of Engineering. Dr. Matt Kunerfeld, Dean, Golisano College of Computing and Information Science. All right, now all the deans, a round of applause for their visionary leadership and passion for our students. Other members of today's platform party will be introduced throughout the course of the program. So students, today marks the beginning of an important chapter in your lives. You worked hard to get here, and I want you to know that you're in good hands now that you're here at RIT. The faculty and staff at RIT are here to support you through the journey that lies ahead. The next few speakers coming to the stage are going to outline exactly what that will look like. We're here to help you learn and grow. So rest assured that you've made the right choice. You belong here at RIT. As you will come to appreciate, the Division of Student Affairs does a superb job of supporting and engaging all of our students. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Sandy Johnson, Senior VP for Student Affairs, to the podium.
Good morning, Tigers, and welcome to RIT. Today marks the start of an incredible adventure. You're now part of a bold, brilliant, and wonderfully unconventional community of dreamers and doers. We're thrilled you're here. Look around you. Each of you brings different passions, goals, and perspectives. That diversity is our superpower. We don't want you to be the same, we want you to be you. At RIT, we value your individuality, your quirks, your backgrounds, and your dreams. You make this community stronger just by showing up as yourself. And you're entering into a community shaped by generations of scholars, innovators, and compassionate leaders. And now you get to add your perspective to that story. At RIT, you're never expected to go it alone. Whether you're chasing a research breakthrough, exploring your identity, playing on a sports team, working at the food share, or trying to master your laundry by yourself, there's space for you here. You belong here, and there are people here to help you. All you have to do is ask. Now, I am going to challenge you. Be daring. Dare to take action. Dare to keep going when things get tough, because sometimes they will. And dare to dream big. Speaking of dreams, look under your seats, and you'll find a pencil and a blank piece of paper. That blank page represents your next chapter. Right now, I want you to write down one dream you brought with you to RIT, big or small. It might be to be the first in your family to earn a college degree, to study abroad, to make a lifelong friend, or invent something extraordinary. And when you're ready, we want you to fold that paper into a paper airplane. There's instructions on the screen if you're not quite an aerospace engineer just yet. And hang on to it, because Provost David will let you know what to do with that airplane shortly. Now, I'm often called an optimist, and I'll take that as a compliment. You're the reason for our optimism, your energy, your curiosity, your courage. That's what fuels this community. I personally am thrilled that you have chosen RIT to be part of your journey, and I cannot wait to see what lies ahead for you. And now, to bring the RIT student experience to life, I want you to take a look at the screen for a glimpse of what RIT life is all about, both inside and beyond the classroom. To close, let me introduce someone who actually lives the RIT experience in full color. Your student government president, Rafael Gilboa. Rafael is a software engineering student who's made the most of his first 3 years here at RIT. He's completed co-ops with Carrig, Dr. Pepper, Honeywell, and the Air Force Research Lab. And he's active in club and intramural sports like sailing, volleyball, hockey, and badminton. He's also involved in RIT's rocketry team, Jewish Life, and Phi Delta Theta. But before I have him come up to the podium, today is a big day for Rafael, not only because it's his first opportunity to address his peers, but it's his birthday. So, if I can just get a big happy birthday, Rafael, from the audience, I'll let him come up to the podium. It's your turn. Happy birthday, Rafael! Please join me in welcoming Rafael to the stage.
Thank you, everybody. I was not planning on saying it was my birthday. You don't know me yet, but I hope that you will at some point soon. College is hard. RIT in particular is hard. This school is known for a lot of things. Its excellent graduates, its top-notch engineers, programmers, filmmakers, and artists. It's known for having some of the most desirable interns and co-ops in the nation, and the students, the faculty, the staff, who have spent the last 196 years of RIT history to build us that reputation, didn't do it with easy academics and a lack of hard work. However, they also didn't have to do it on their own. I, like many of you, got to RIT not knowing a single person here. My lounge converted quad, and the ground floor of Res B was me and 3 randoms. And I just changed my major the day before my mom drove me up to orientation, so I didn't know anyone in my classes either. That could have meant a brutal 5 years for me here. But RIT isn't the kind of school where new students, even me as a full stranger to the community, get left behind. I started hanging out with the other guys on my floor, doing Chick-fil-A and Target runs with the people I liked most from my orientation group. I and almost 3,000 other first years arrived here just like you have. And instead of letting our very real anxieties get in the way, we started to get involved, we started to make connections, and we started to find our people. Despite taking way more classes than I probably should have, I made time for friends and activities. I hadn't realized this at first, but I quickly found out that all of the other students here were looking to find their friends just as much as I was. And simply asking them to tag along, or to hang out, or just showing up to their dorm rooms was enough to build friendships that would last years. You, and yes, I am talking to each and every one of you, can find your people and your organizations here at this school. For me, I wanted to be active, so I joined Intramurals, a program that I think is one of the best RIT has to offer. I played pickup volleyball, I joined the Frisbee team, and then when the schedule stopped working for me, I switched to the sailing team. I wanted to be nerdy, but not in a way that gave me more homework, so I joined the Quiz Bowl team. I wanted a fun job that was nothing like my software engineering major, so I learned how to bartend here, working hockey games and fancy dinners for RIT catering. I wanted philanthropy and brotherhood and more socialization, so I joined my fraternity, Phi Delta Theta. I wanted leadership and challenge and to scream at first years at a bingo orientation event, so I ran for student government. That's my route, but even if it's not yours, that doesn't mean you can't find it here. One of those freshman year random roommates of mine was a nationally ranked top 10 player of some Minecraft server called Hypixel. Yeah. He spent most of his waking hours in our dorm room screaming at his curved monitor on a Discord call with his friends. Friends that he met here at RIT, other freshmen who loved that too. And he had just as good a time with those friends of his as I had with all of mine at all of my clubs. The point I'm trying to make is that no matter what aspects of your life you want to improve, what areas you may feel you're lacking or miss from high school, new things you want to learn, or things you want to try with like-minded people, there is space here for that. You just have to look for it. And even though it's never too late while you're still enrolled at RIT, the best time to start is undeniably now. I had rough days, you will too. Busy advisors, professors who don't teach in your preferred style, clubs you don't feel fully comfortable in yet, friends you're not sure you're happy with, or wondering if they're not really happy with you. Those days get less frequent with each new semester. And this university, despite being as hard as it is, has everything you need to push past them. Go to office hours at least once before you actually need something. Try to meet with your advisor even when it's not mandatory. They will remember you and be quicker to help when you really need it. Go to tutoring centers when you're struggling with a class. I had to teach myself calculus 2 in the tutoring center in Bates. I showed up here a little bit less prepared for that than I probably should have been. Make friends with someone who has a car. Make friends with someone who has a car. Complain about things that aren't a big deal, and find people who can help you fix it for the things that are. That's what student government is here for you, and there's also all of the administrators and faculty and staff here at RIT here to help with that. Join a club just because your roommate's in it, even if it doesn't sound fun. That's how I started playing badminton, something I didn't realize was a real sport before I got here. Go to a hockey game. Join an intramural team. Go to the pool. There's a lazy river and a hot tub. Go to the climbing gym. Stay on academic side past midnight at least once. Learn some sign language or another language. I don't have it all figured out yet, but here's what I've learned so far. Go out, meet people, touch grass, get involved, make mistakes, drop friends and find new ones, join clubs and teams, and then go and find more. RIT isn't easy, but few things worth doing ever are. And I promise you, as a student who has made it through it all, it is so much better not to go it alone. Go Tigers, roar tech, and thank you.
Not only does he wear orange well, but he can give a good speech. Rafaela, thank you so much. It was very inspiring. Well done. And I hear his mom is in the audience today, so welcome. Oh, she's right here. Now to some fun facts. We appreciate the efforts of our staff and enrollment management in bringing this exceptional class to RIT, and I mean it, exceptional class, all of you. And through their efforts, you begin your journey with fellow students who, like you, are bright, ambitious, and eager to learn. Each of you brings something special that will enrich our community. Here now to tell you some interesting facts about your class is Vice President for Enrollment Management, Kathleen Davis. Kathleen?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm here on behalf of the Division of Enrollment Management and, frankly, RIT itself. I am so excited that you are here. I want to tell you what enrollment is to start. It's a mighty title to simply say our team has the opportunity to bring students here, to support them when they are here through financial aid, and then to coach and guide you as a component of your journey. We partner with the folks here at the university, the faculty, staff, and students. And we're so excited to introduce you all as the next class of RIT Tigers. Now, very clearly, there's a buzz in the air. I hope that you can feel it too. The buzz could be your nerves a little bit, or it could be mine. The buzz that I'm sensing, whether you know it or not, is the excitement about the next chapter of your lives. You are here because you are talented and a diverse group of students with passions, interests, and dreams that you have nurtured before you arrived at RIT. Each of you brings a unique set of experiences that will shape not only your journey, but also the community around you. Let me share a little bit of information about who you are as a class collectively based on some data from early July. 25% of you applied to the institution as early decision. 43% of you chose to apply by way of early action, which was new for RIT this year. 745 of you are enrolled in the accelerated bachelor's, master's programs with aspirations that when you graduate, you have the 2 degrees. 579 of you are performing arts scholars. This is our largest performing arts cohort, and we look forward to celebrating your broad range of talents and interests. This year's undergraduate class comes from 48 states, as well as Washington, D.C. and Puerto Rico. If we can convince a few more admitted students from Utah and West Virginia to enroll by Monday, we will have all 50 states. We are welcoming approximately 700 new graduate students. The institution is made up of both, and so we want to acknowledge that the 700 graduate students are a highly qualified and incredibly diverse group. 110 of our graduate students will study for PhDs. 56% of them are studying online, and nearly 140 of them are recent undergraduate Tigers. So we are so pleased to have the graduate students who are continuing with us pursue their masters. Once our graduate students arrive, we will have scholars from 40 different countries, with the largest contingents coming from India and China. In our graduate schools, 50% of the students are international. I'm also very pleased to welcome 5 Fulbright scholars joining RIT, as well as many other highly competitive scholarships from their home country. This year's class is made up of 126 students who have parents who graduated from RIT. 50 students will share the campus with a sibling. You are all part of a strong bond and RIT legacy that our community fosters, not only for your generation, but the ones that came before you and beyond. Some fun things, as Prabhu David said. The most common names in this year's class include William, for which there's 37 of you, Ryan, there are 30 of you, Emma, and Emily. For those of you interested in statistics, get ready for a bit of math here. The median age of the incoming class is 18, with the average age being 17.78. The maximum age is 44, and the minimum is 16, with a standard deviation of 10 months. The characteristics and statistics shared here help describe the class based on information that we garnered from your applications, essays, and scores. But let's be clear, they don't define you, nor do they define your potential, and they sure don't determine your future. You are free to choose your path forward. You are here because of your academic drive, You are afforded the gift of learning more about yourself and the world around you. Today marks the day when you and those around you reset. You have permission to start a new journey, academically, socially, and personally. Embrace every opportunity. Make friends, and this part always tears me up. Make friends. They will be your confidant, collaborators, and companions while you're here, and then long after you graduate. You already heard from Raphael talking about joining a club or activity that looks interesting to you and allows for you to be curious. Take an adventure, close or far, but be bold and daring, and make sure that you tell someone where you're going. Accept a challenge that you might not have imagined ever doing before. And I hope that once you try it once, it will come more easily to you the next time that you encounter it. And this one comes straight from my heart and is my final thought. Be you, authentically, originally, unapologetically you. There is no one else like you, and we are so honored to welcome you to RIT. Go Tigers.
Well, thank you, Kathleen. How about, there are a lot of fun facts. How about a pop quiz? What are the 2 states from which we don't have students? You're going to ace it. You're good. Yeah, so it is Utah and West Virginia. So thank you so much, Kathleen, for all those wonderful facts. And RIT is home to world-class faculty. And it's our outstanding faculty who make sure that you get a rigorous, cutting-edge, personal, and relevant education. The faculty are also your partners. They care deeply about you and your growth. They'll challenge you, sometimes push you beyond your comfort zone to become the best version of yourself. Your responsibility is to accept this challenge, to be engaged, and to challenge them as well. So students, what can you expect from your educational journey? Here to help answer this question is Dr. Leah Michelle, a professor in the School of Chemistry and Material Science from the College of Science. Earlier this year, she received the prestigious Eisenhardt Award for Outstanding Teaching, one of the university's highest honors recognizing excellence in the classroom. Please join me in welcoming our keynote speaker, Dr. Leah Michelle. Leah.
Thank you for the introduction, Dr. David. I'm so thrilled to welcome you all to RIT. I've been a professor here at RIT for 16 years, meaning many of you were 2 years old when I first started in 2009. Fantastic. I welcomed my first daughter, Laurelyn, at the end of my first year at RIT, and then my second daughter, Charlie, during the summer of my 4th year. Now they're 12 and 15, but I still vividly remember the day that Laurelyn took her first step, immediately followed by her first fall. And wow, was I disappointed in her. I remember thinking, what kind of baby did I just give birth to? A complete failure. I mean, I remember at first blaming myself for her inability to take more than one step, but clearly I'm great at walking, so there was a pretty big disconnect there. And yeah, needless to say, I faced a similar level of disappointment after she failed to ride her bike for the first time, and then again when she started playing the piano. Okay, I'm just kidding. I wasn't actually disappointed in her. I mean, could you imagine if I was being serious? I don't know about you, but I don't know any parent who would be disappointed in their child for falling after their first step. The process of stepping and falling and learning how to balance is critical for their development. Each fall, each misstep helps a toddler learn how to walk, a process that cannot be skipped over. Now, I implore you to apply that same mindset to your own experience in college. Your first day of classes, your first homework assignment, your first exam. These are all first experiences that undoubtedly will come with missteps, struggles, and bumps in the road. These setbacks might shake your confidence, maybe even have you questioning your potential. Do not let that happen. You are here because you belong here. You have earned your spot as an RIT Tiger, and over the next few years, you'll earn your Tiger stripes through hard work, persistence, and dedication. And as a reminder, the professors here at RIT are well aware of the growth mindset. Granted, I started college in the late 1900s. Yes, that's what my kids call the 90s. But I still remember what it was like, and I was no stranger to struggle. And since then, I've continued to experience setbacks and challenges. Don't believe me? Let's go back to RIT circa 2009 when I received my very first set of course evaluations. Here's an actual excerpt. Leah Michelle is by far the most useless professor that I have ever come across. So much of class time is wasted because she refuses to just use PowerPoints like almost every other science professor. It's almost pathetic how she has to refer to herself as Dr. Michelle in every sheet she prints out. All right, I get it. You went to graduate school. Get over yourself. This class makes me question whether I should indeed graduate from RIT if such professors are allowed to be employed, since the money being tossed at this bimbo is some way my tuition dollars. Yeah, that was real. That was a real evaluation from a real student in my first class that I ever taught at RIT. Yikes, right? So first of all, please don't write course evaluations like that. It's full of inappropriate and sexist language, right? So we learn from this. But the point is, I was not a natural at teaching right out of the gate. Over the years, I tried new things, adopted new strategies, learned from my colleagues, and most importantly, I worked really hard to get better and better. I'd like to finish by sharing an excerpt from Dr. Robin Kimmerer, a brilliant Potawatomi botanist, author, and the director of the Center for Native Peoples and the Environment at SUNY ESF in Syracuse. The three sisters, referring to corn, beans, and squash, have been grown by indigenous Americans for thousands of years. Whereas the early colonists grew their crops separately and in neat rows, the indigenous Americans planted the seeds for corn, beans, and squash in the same mound, allowing them to grow right on top of the other. Why? Dr. Kimmerer beautifully articulates the reason why in her book, Braiding Sweetgrass. By late summer, the beans hang in heavy clusters of smooth green pods, ears of corn angle out from the stalk, fattening in the sunshine, and pumpkins swell at your feet. Acre for acre, a Three Sisters garden yields more food than if you grew each of the sisters alone. She continues, without the corn support, the beans would be unruly tangle on the ground, vulnerable to bean-hungry predators. It might seem as if she is taking a free ride in this garden, benefiting from the corn's height and the squash's shade, but by the rules of reciprocity, none can take more than she gives. The corn takes care of making light available. The squash reduces weeds. And what about the beans? Dr. Kimmerer later writes, beans are members of the legume family, which has the remarkable ability to take nitrogen from the atmosphere and turn it into usable nutrients. They create nitrogen fertilizer that enters the soil and fuels the growth of the corn and the squash too. So what can we draw from Dr. Kimmerer's lesson on the Three Sisters? The corn, the beans, and the squash are as individual and unique as their yellow, green, and orange colors. But when grown together, they each bring their own strengths and assets, filling in the gaps where their sisters fall short, and fortifying the trio so they grow stronger together. We can learn from the Three Sisters. Sure, we can grow adequately on our own, but we are so much stronger when we grow with others. Our strengths become the collective strengths. We share our knowledge, experiences, and perspectives with others and receive them in return. Seek out people who will expand your mindset, teach you new things, and at the same time, support your learning and growth. So as you begin your journey here at RIT, remember this: falling is not failing. It is a vital part of your growth as a scholar. And like the three sisters, we all grow stronger together. Thank you.
Dr. Michelle, thank you so much. It is now my pleasure to introduce bill number 38. So along with the 37 new freshmen, we have another William who's new to our campus, and it is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. William H. Sanders, RIT's 11th president. As president, Dr. Sanders is responsible for this wonderful place, a university with a unique blend of curricular, experiential, and research programs with over 21,000 students and 154,000 alumni. And we also have international campuses in Croatia, Dubai, and Kosovo. At a young age, President Sanders fell in love with science, technology, and discovery. A native of Grand Rapids, Michigan, he earned recognition and headlines in the field of astronomy. His interests eventually drew him to the University of Michigan, where he earned his bachelor's degree in computer engineering, his master's degree and doctoral degree in computer engineering and computer science. President Sanders has nearly 40 years of experience in higher education. He began his career as a professor at the University of Arizona and then spent 25 years in the College of Engineering at the University of Illinois. He most recently served as the Dean of the College of Engineering at Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh. President Sanders is a distinguished researcher, a cybersecurity pioneer, global innovator, and an accomplished entrepreneur. He has directed work at the forefront of national efforts to make the U.S. power grid smart and resilient against outside threats. For these efforts and his body of research, he was elected to the National Academy of Engineering in 2023, one of the highest professional distinctions accorded to an engineer. When he's not working, President Sanders enjoys the outdoors, hiking, kayaking, canoeing, and amateur astronomy. He and his wife, Emily, enjoy exploring Rochester as well as spending time with their two adult children who are both engineers, and their Labradoodle, Ollie. By the way, Ollie has his own Instagram account. He's a big-time influencer, and follow him at Ollie the Little Tiger on Instagram. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Bill Sanders to the podium.
Good morning. I'm new here. I'm new here at RIT just like you. I recently began my ASL lessons. But now I'm going to turn it over to the interpreters. Thank you so much. And thank you to all of you. Good job.
Thank you for that kind introduction, Provost David. You know, I was so honored and humbled to be number 11, but now I'm equally, or even more honored and humbled to be number 38. so we'll make sure and use that on social media. Fellow Tigers, I have a great deal in common with you today. I too, along with my wife Emily, who's here, am beginning my journey at RIT. Like you, I'm learning how to navigate this campus. I'm trying to understand the lingo and culture. There's a lot of abbreviations. And I'm charting my way as I begin my tenure as your president. My first official day was July 1, so I have a little bit of a jump on you. What I discovered so far is RIT is a university like no other. I'm deeply honored, as I said, to join this extraordinary community, and I already feel the energy that makes RIT so unique. I am confident in saying this. Both you and I have made the right choice. Thank you for joining us here. As you've heard, we have more than 154,000 alumni Tigers all around the globe who are shaping and improving the world. And now it's your turn. RIT is a dynamic and eclectic university with 9 distinct colleges, including the National Technical Institute for the Deaf, which adds to the richness of our community. As you've heard from the previous speakers, we are ready to provide you with an amazing array of opportunities and support and complement your RIT experience. Faculty are eager to connect with you, both inside and outside classes, to teach you, to challenge you, and help you unlock the creativity and innovation that lives inside each one of you. Staff across campus are excited to support you as you continue your journey to graduation. In short, we're here to help you make the most of all your experiences. You will be challenged here, and you will grow in ways that stay with you for life. You will push your limits, you'll expand your thinking, and you'll surprise yourself along the way. When Emily and I visited the annual Imagine RIT Innovation and Creativity Festival this past spring, I saw students who were curious and full of joy. I saw students who had learned how to turn their ideas into action. I witnessed students who were passionate about what they do and who have a real sense of purpose. I envision that for all of you, and I'm excited to watch your passions and purpose evolve and emerge over time. And although we'll challenge and push you on a regular basis, you will find RIT a very supportive place. If you feel like giving up at any point, don't. Reach out to your faculty, your academic advisors, your RAs, your roommates, your friends, your coaches, and they will be there to help you. Ask a lot of questions. Ask why. Use your time at RIT to nurture your intellectual curiosity and learn how to put your creativity to use. Find joy in the process, and yes, have fun along the way. As you start to unleash your potential, I encourage you to learn from one another and to gain a global perspective. You will meet people from big cities, small towns, nearby communities, and distant nations. Our world is getting smaller, so please be open to learning and growing. And I won't sugarcoat the headlines. The world can be a messy place, but that's even more reason to step up and make it a better place. Learn how to discuss difficult topics honestly and respectfully. Learn how to disagree with grace and civility. Learn how to become involved in your communities to affect positive change. These and other opportunities outside the classroom are as important as your academic studies. Don't miss these chances to develop your skills in communication, critical thinking, problem solving, and leadership. By working together, you can turn your big dreams, those dreams that are on your papers, into reality. I am so excited by the possibilities, and I hope you are too. I will be here personally to support you and celebrate your accomplishments throughout your journey. Emily and I look forward to seeing you on the campus, whether it's at the Shed, at Java's, as a musical or theater performance, or an athletic event. And as you see, Ollie's more famous than me. Don't be shy. We're going to bring Ollie to campus. Come up and say hello. He loves the attention. Now, I'd like to start a new tradition this year. Get ready to put on your smile for a selfie. I hope we can turn the lights up a bit. I don't know if we can. And after this selfie, feel free to come up to me today and take one yourself, or anytime on campus throughout the year. I'll stop and take a selfie with you. And then you can share those on my Instagram page and your Instagram page. So get ready here. I'll see if I can run a phone. Okay, I'm going to take a couple here. And start here. Are you smiling? Yeah? Smiling there? Smiling there? Okay, deans, you know, I'm a dean too. Smiling there. And all you leaders, smiling there. All right, when you graduate, oh, thank you. Now, when you graduate, and as I said, when you graduate, you're going to graduate, we're going to take another round of selfies to come full circle. In summary, today marks a new chapter for all of us, me included. I look forward to standing in front of you in a few short years, applauding your graduation. Thank you, and go Tigers!
Thank you, President Sanders, and welcome to RIT. Now, students, remember a few minutes ago you created an airplane containing one of your dreams. Now, don't do anything with it. I know there's a strong urge to do something. Don't do anything till I give you the count of 3, okay? When I give you the count of 3, you have to do something. Now, there are some beautiful lines here. The people who designed this activity wrote some very interesting and inspiring lines. Please pay close attention here. It's now time to let your innovative and creative spirit roar. Think of this as animating your ambitions and aspirations. I love that. Think of this as animating your ambitions and aspirations. Okay, so now get ready. I'm going to give you the count of 3, okay? And I want you, when I say 3, you should send your planes into the air. And after they land, just leave them. We'll collect the planes and also collect all your dreams and aspirations, which we'll share with you later. So here we go. Are you ready? Are you sure? All right, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. All right, thank you, that was cool. How many?
One got closer.
How many landed on the stage? We had 3 this year. What did he say? Ah, this is a good one. It says, "Get my master's in mechanical engineering." Very nice. Woo! All right. Well, thanks everyone. That was a lot of fun. This is one of my most favorite activities at RIT. We do this every year. So, as you start your first semester with us, enjoy the flight, and in a few years at graduation, you will reminisce about this moment. And I'm going to go a little bit off script here. The last few days have been a wonderful experience with your new student orientation leaders. Let's give it up for our student orientation leaders. Would you stand up? Come on. Stand up, stand up. Thank you. Amazing people, amazing young folks who have done so much to make your first few days at RIT meaningful. So thank you so much. But you know what? You heard so much about all the help that's available. Some students wait till the first midterm to get the help. That is not the right approach. First day, first assignment, if you're having trouble, seek out help, and we care deeply about your success. So with that, we are at the end of the program. So stand if you're able for the RIT alma mater. And after the alma mater, please be seated and wait for the platform party to exit. Thank you all for joining us today. It was a whole lot of fun.
Hail RIT, together stand, creating good with mind and hand, inspired to learn till life is done. As teachers, learners, all are one. With pride in our diversity, a spirit of community, we are the ones, the people of the future here at RIT. From RIT, our course is set. We celebrate a promise kept, a life of living you have taught. Let new horizons now be sought.